Welcome to a brand new podcast, and this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Greatness. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. Again, we have a whole wide range of products for men's, kids, ladies' clothes, and that's also jewelry, house products, cologne, perfume. Over 30,000 different pieces or different items for your everyday enjoyment. So check out www.evolutionoflondon.com and also check out www.evolutionoflondon.org. There you'll find custom clothes, accessories, digital products for business as well as personal use. So you definitely can shop and check that out as well. Now, if any business inquiries, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com if you want to put your brand or you want to promote your business on this platform. Email us again at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to make a free will offering. So definitely support our brand as we grow. We definitely could use your support, either if it's $1 or $2. Definitely support for us putting this great content for you. So that's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And we have different links to other affiliates, which is www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. So definitely other affiliates that you could check out. www.linktree, that's linktreee.com/evolutionoflondon. And we do have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube. And so that's www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. We have digital art as well as consulting services there as well. And we on Rumble. So once you go to Rumble, that's rumble.com, and you type in the Oracle 19 podcast. So we have already shows that's there also. So rumble.com, and then you go there and you type in the Oracle 19. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. They have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, you will see his other social media sites. So definitely like, subscribe, and share to the Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continuing to train on YouTube, the Greatness 19 channel. Greatness 19 channel, we have a whole wide range of videos, educational videos that open up your third eye. Over 470 different videos and rolling along. So definitely like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube. And keep passing the word, and also check to make sure you still subscribe, just in case YouTube get funny. But check and see if you still subscribe, and also share the information, share the content worldwide, because we want to continue rolling that train along. So that's the Greatness 19 channel. And also, Mr. Evolution of London, that's our health and wellness channel. So definitely like, subscribe, and share to that as well. Support Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax candles, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, eucalyptus, Egyptian musk, peppermint, jasmine, just to name a few. So if you want to place an order for your scented candles or unscented, you can email the company Royalty9International@gmail.com. contact them and they will definitely assist you. Again, Royalty9 International at gmail.com. And also you can check their website, which is www.royalty9international at gmail, royalty9international.com. That's their website. And also social media through TikTok and Instagram, Royalty9 International. So definitely support that as well. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, email him at williesfitness99@gmail.com. That's Willies, WILLYZ, fitness99@gmail.com. And also support his merch, www.wjaaccessories.org. Find custom clothes, accessories, digital products as far as business and personal use also. So definitely support his brand. www.wjaaccessories.org. Support DJ Panthro on the ones and twos. International DJ, was once Southwestern Ontario DJ. Now he's international. So if you wanted to book him to visit or be at your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO519@gmail.com. If you want to book for him to be at your venue anywhere on this planet Earth. One of the best DJs in Southwestern Ontario. Fin City. I like saying that. Fin City Fish and Chips, located at 711 Richmond Street. That's London, Ontario. Telephone number is 519-672-9950. And you can email them at fincitylondon@gmail.com. And their website is www.fincityfishandchips.ca. You can check them on Facebook or Instagram. And they deliver Uber Eats, DoorDash, Skip, etc. Their fish and chips is definitely amazing. And they have other dishes there that is very good as well. I'm just hooked on the fish and chips. But you can email, or to set up your order, you can go to their website to check out their dishes. But definitely check them out. Fin City Fish and Chips. And that's downtown London, Ontario. And again, their fish and chips is scrumptious, succulent. I need you also to check out Simon's Prime Hamburger. They have 2 locations. 691 Richmond Street, Unit 1, again, London, Ontario. Days of operation: Monday to Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays, 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. They also deliver Skip, DoorDash, Uber Eats. Their website is www.simonburger.ca. 100% real cheese, 100% real fresh beef, 100% fresh cut fries. And again, their chili burgers is delicious. And they have other meals too, other different types of burgers, chicken burgers, hamburgers, and dinner plates too. Definitely support Simon Prime Hamburger. Their second location is 3580 Tecumseh Road East. That's Tecumseh. And that's in Windsor, Ontario. Telephone number is 519-915-1397. And that's a dining facility, so you can sit down and eat. And their hours operation there is Monday to Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sundays, 12 noon to 8 p.m. And that's Simon Prime Hamburger. Now the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on Anchor. Well, it used to be Anchor.fm. Now Spotify have taken over. Spotify is taking over. And there's Spotify for podcasters. But we're on iHeartRadio, Apple, Google, Amazon Music, all your major platforms. We there in 35 plus countries all over the world. Yay. So anything I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London in the description box. That's on YouTube. You'll find us on rumble.com and www.theoracle19radio.com. So we will be, you just look in the description boxes of those major platforms. All right, well, today, now we got the business aspect out the way. It definitely will be very interesting, this topic. As usual, I always give my perspective of things. And today we're going to talk about the future of foods. The future of foods. FOODS. And again, we are, as human beings, consumers in terms of food. And have you ever wondered, let's say, for example, everybody's consuming meat. So much meat. Beef and chicken and fish and turkey, lamb. But the main things is the pig, the cow, the fish, turkey, chicken, are the meats, the major meats that we consume each and every day in our household, or is made at or produced at fast food restaurants, and farms is growing, producing these livestock every day into the slaughterhouse every day like clockwork. And have you ever wondered, is there a matter of time that food will run out? Have you given that thought? Step one, how these meats all over the world is mass produced every day. Year after year, day after day. Meats is being taken to livestock is being taken to the slaughterhouses for our own consumption. It would be a matter of time that would be a meat shortage, wouldn't you think? So I did a little research, and you find this in the U.S. Census, as well as you can literally Google information I'm just talking about. And what's predicted in 2050, I'm just using that as an example, foods that we will be eating more. Because again, meats is going to be running out. It's already running low anyway, because the consumption is so great, and they can't mass produce those amounts of meats every day without it being altered I'm going to get to that later on. Now, it's a prediction in 2050 we will be eating more seaweed, algae, fake bananas, insects, and drinking more coffee, and finally, lab-grown meat. More laboratory meats will be in effect in about 27 years from today. And matter of fact, it's even predicted in 2030. A lot of analysts already predicted lab-grown meat will be the meat of choice. I'm gonna get to that in a moment. But how you feel, guys, about your diet? Would you be comfortable in, already we're getting genetically modified foods. Companies is producing seedless watermelons, seedless grapes, seedless oranges, seedless bananas. Originally, bananas had seeds. Now, bananas is consumed as well all over the world. Bananas is not the bananas that you eat in the supermarket. Is way different than the bananas grown in the islands or any other tropical location on this planet Earth. We know this. This is common knowledge. But the agenda also is being pushed where you can Google a lot of places, and there's companies that produce insects, fried ants, and frozen worms, frozen crickets, roaches, and they push this narrative that it's okay, it has protein, and it's good for us. And many folks eat that as a delicacy, and it's great. This is actually, this kicks off of why I'm talking about breeding genetically on my previous show. Because you got different beings that eat these stuffs, these insects, and think, this is cool. That's their genetic makeup. It's good and nothing happens to them. They can eat roaches and all different types of bugs and crickets and grasshoppers, and they fine. And spiders. You see it on social media. Different beings eating different foods. This is why I'm saying not everyone of the human race is the same. And I'm not saying anyone is bad or good, but they have different foods and different lifestyles that they eat. And you procreate with them, so you can imagine your offspring. You got people that is cannibals. And just in case you don't know, people that eat human flesh. So if you procreate with a person that is about that lifestyle, guess what? Your offspring, that's a strong possibility. So you have to be able to be mindful and not just breed because they fun and exciting. I talked about that in the previous show. Go listen to that. But we're going to stick to the future of foods here. So this narrative is being pushed slowly. These processed foods is already out, as you know, and fake everything. You even within China, they already have fake rice and fake eggs. And these companies also push it throughout the world and it's sold. So, yes, you need to check your rice. Because there's plastic rice out here that's being produced for the population. We'll put allegedly. But you can check that out through typing it fake rice and fake eggs and stuff. It's a lot of fake stuff going on. So you definitely need to be mindful of these foods out here. Seedless foods. And also genetically modified seeds. These demons out here is getting down to the basics. The seeds is genetically modified. So it don't really even matter in terms of when the food is grown. The food is automatically genetically modified because the seed was modified. This is why it's so important with the foods that we eat, because we know it's processed and it's fake and etc. You have to compensate that, and I know a lot of people have a defeated mindset, but you have to compensate that with things that you can get. You have to compensate by taking certain tonics to help clean your system, to clean your blood. You have to take certain teas like Golden Seal, wormwood tea, which is also good for diabetics. Get into the ginger, not the ginger that you can get at the store. I mean, at the at the supermarket, already in a tea bag, which is fine if that's the only thing you can get. But buy the actual ginger and grind it up yourself, grate it, and then you can put in your tea. And then as far as peppermint tea, you can actually buy the mint leaves, the peppermint leaves, and put it in your water, your drinking water, like get a pitcher of water, and put peppermint, the actual mint, the leaves, in your water. Number one, it helps purify it. Number two, it gives it a taste. Number three, it's very good for your stomach and your breath as well. So you can take a little cup of leaves that you could buy the mint from your local supermarket in the vegetable department, and then you can cut up some sliced cucumbers in your water, your drinking water. So with the combination of cucumbers, and you don't have to overdo it, but a couple of slices of cucumbers in your drinking water, and a couple of slices of that you could crush up of leaves, peppermint leaves, or they call it mint leaves, and put in your drinking water, in the pitcher of water. And that not only will help give it a nice flavor, but it helps your stomach and it helps purify your water. But these little things you need to offset the foods that you eat. Because as I get deeper in this topic, many of y'all individuals are going to be surprised, especially when you do your own research. But I'm going to get even deeper. We're going to talk about the lab-grown meats meats that's grown in the laboratory in petri dishes. And just in case y'all guys don't know, like petri dish, Petri, dish, DISH, just in case you don't really understand me. Little plastic, small little, look like round dishes, or different sizes. It depends on the laboratory. But they're creating meat from cells. I'm putting it in plain terms for you. They used stem cells of animals. And they have different words for that, myosatellite, but I'm not going to get too scientific. We're just trying to keep this basic. Stem cells from animals, it's taken into a laboratory. You extract it from your cow or your neighborhood pig or your neighborhood chicken. Cells. See, just in case I even be more basic, how it's done, you can get a needle, extract the blood from your neighborhood cow or pig or chicken or fish. And in the blood is millions of cells. But you can take it to the laboratory, bring it to the laboratory and simplify it, and I'm putting it in plain terms, where you extracting cells out of it, a couple drops in a petri dish, and I'm giving you basic terms, but it's a little bit more than that in the laboratory, but I'm just giving you a little bit of an understanding, so we're just taking a real basic. So you put a couple of drops of blood in a petri dish. And again, like I said, for all you scientists and chemists out here, I know you're going to say, it's a little bit more detailed than that. I know, but for the audience, we're going to keep it very simple and basic. And then you mix it with other chemicals, like natural amino acids and carbohydrates, other chemicals, and then you put it in a separate area in the laboratory for it to grow, because the amino acids and the carbohydrates will make the cells replicate at a faster rate and grow. And they be in a closed area where it can grow within 30 days or 2 months or 2 weeks. You'll start seeing growth immediately. You'll see muscle fibers that will develop from this. Strands of fibers. And then from there, as time goes along, it will grow from one muscle fiber, to 2 muscle fibers. And just think of it being ground beef. You see strands of ground beef when beef is grounded. And you see one little strand of ground beef if you look at it as such. And all of a sudden now it grows, and it is as big as your hand. And now you have a fistful of beef in the lab once it's grown. And it all starts from the cells of the animal that you extracted the blood from. And again, separated where you get, cells and replicate. So I gave you a basic example. Again, For all you scientists out there, I know is a little bit more detailed, but we got to simplify it like that for the audience. And so don't come at me and say it's complex. You don't know what you're talking about. You got to put this and that, this and that, this and that. I know. Trust me, I know, but we got to keep it basic. So anyway, you have this ground beef now, or ground chicken, or ground turkey, or ground pork that is now ready for consumption. And of course you add seasonings and stuff. The seasonings give this fake persona, fake flavor that it tastes just like beef. Because when you add chemicals, more chemicals with it, and dyes, it gives it the color and the look and the seasoning. Now it smells and tastes just like beef. And it's out here. Big companies all throughout the world makes these fake meats. It's already out. Produced and sold all over the world. And I'll get into that as well. Now the FDA, U.S. Food and Drug Administration, approved of these meats. They gave their thumbs up. So guess what? It's out in the open market. And there's companies, hundreds of companies all throughout the world that makes these laboratory meats. And they give it titles. It's under cultivated meat. And look, when you buy meat or chicken, start looking back of the ingredients. And if you see the word cultivated meat, as CULTIVATED, cultivated meat, you know it's grown from the laboratory. That's one giveaway. There's other words they use as well. Grown meat, GROWN, grown meat. It's another word. They're not going to say just fake meat. They'll give it a nice, pretty name. Cultivated meat. I feel cultivated. You know, it's nice, soft words. Inviting. To make it delicious. Grown meat. Okay? So, here's the big companies that makes these cultivated meats. A company called Super Meat. Now, some of these companies will change names. They merge with other companies to keep you off balance, or for whatever reason. But this company that I checked out, Super Meat, it's located in Israel, and they're one of the biggest in the world. And they sell a lot of their cultivated meats throughout Israel. A company called Mosa, M-O-S-A, Mosa Meat in the Netherlands. And another one is Alpha Farm, ALEPH, and they located in Israel. There's companies, Meta Tech, MEA Tech, you can check them out as well. There's a lot of companies all throughout the world. So I dug a little deeper. I said, okay, let's see what companies is in the US of A. What do they do? And literally, you can go and Google, just type in fake meat companies or companies that produce cultivated meat, grown meat, do your own research and you will see. You could literally go and Google and type all of this. That's how it started. There's a company called Upside Food. They was once called Memphis Meats, Memphis, Memphis, like the state, Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis Meats. I don't know if they was from Tennessee, but Memphis Meats. But then it was merged with and bought out, and now it's Upside Food. And they located in Berkeley, California. And a lot of these companies are funded by the rich to make these meats for the better good of humans because they love us, They care about us. They're concerned about our well-being. So we should be grateful because they have so much concern for the environment and the planet Earth. So they think about our welfare, so they invest in these companies to produce the fake meat. Upside Food is actually funded by Bill Gates, and one of the largest meat companies in North America called Cargill, Cargill, Cargill Meats. I know they throughout North America, and they produce meat, but I find it funny that they produce the so-called, let's say, real meat, but yet and still they fund Upside Foods that make fake meat. I repeat this again. Cargill is one of the largest meat companies in North America, and they make, so-called, they get different meats, and real meat they known for, but they help fund and donate it to Upside Foods that produces fake meat. Does this make sense? Now I'm gonna put on my conspiracy cap. What's the chances are that allegedly they throwing a little fake meat in their process, in their production? I don't know. I just say allegedly. I don't know. I don't want to bring now accusations where people want to sue and stuff. But I'm just saying it just confuses me. I feel confused right now. I don't know. I'm not going to say they make fake meat or not. I'm not going to bring those allegations. I just don't know, so I'm not going to say it. And I'm not going to say they do. Okay? I'm not saying the company does that. I don't know. And I'm just saying all of this is alleged. Even if they donate, allegedly. But you could just Google it and figure it out for yourself. But I just find it interesting. If that's true, that Bill Gates donates to Upside Foods, and if Cargill Meats donate to Upside Food that creates laboratory meat, what's their mindset? What's their mindset? I leave it as that. What do Mr. Greatness know? I don't know. But you could check it out for yourself. Now I'm putting on my hat of suspicion and conspiracies. Now, Upside Food, and I told you located in Berkeley, California. You can go to their website. I think it's upsidefood.com. I forgot, but you can literally Google it and find their website. Upside, UPSIDE, Upside Food. And other people have donated to their cause. And I find it again interesting that, well, we know once you keep digging and you find out that company Upside create these laboratory foods, whether it's the pork, the meat, or the beef rather, or the chicken, or even fish or whatever. Where do they sell these foods at? Now, mind you, the FDA already gave a clearance to this. So just think now, when you getting, and we all guilty of this. We eating TV dinners, chicken TV dinners, and we eating we eating so-called processed meats, right? That might be another name. Processed meats, processed foods being processed. And actually, they tell you it. If it's processed food, processed meat, it's processed from what? Where? How? But they put good words there, and we just thinking it's just regular meat. But you thinking about, when you go to the store, you notice chicken from another company is a different chicken from a separate company. Like you can get two TV dinners from different companies and they chicken, but the chicken looks different. Some might look lighter, some look darker than usual. You go to the Chinese restaurants, is the lemon chicken, pineapple chicken that you're eating? Why is the meats in some places cheaper than other places? And of course, we just say, okay, I'm gonna buy this meat from this place because one is $2 and another one is $10. This is what it is out here. So I did a little digging and I found out that Upside Food sells their products to Walmart. What they sell, I still investigating. But what do they sell at Walmart? And I typed in Upside Food and I just said, where do they sell their foods? And there goes Walmart just popped up on my screen. So I said, wait a minute. Maybe I did something wrong. And I typed in, where do Upside Foods sell their food? And again, Walmart popped up and other supermarkets popped up, names and stuff. I'm like, So it's so much information that started coming out, and I'm like, let me check this out. Now, again, there's an ethics thing within government, within people. So if it's put out there, out in the open, that foods is just fake and we eat and stuff, that's an ethics issue where people's going to be complaining, right? But do you think they on the sly, on the down low? I'm not talking about Upside. I'm not talking about no companies here. I'm just talking about, is it far-fetched? This is a question I have from me to you. Is it far-fetched for these local supermarkets to carry these laboratory meats? And if you look at the ingredients, they say cultivated meat. So again, you can't sue them, because if you say, hey, what is this? This is fake meat. But they say, I told you it was it. Look at the back of the ingredients. Look at the back of the meat. It tells you cultivated meat, guy. We all probably been guilty of eating this. Now, they tell you it's beneficial because, it's less slaughtering and is good for the environment, and we need, and meat is this and it's beautiful and all of this stuff, but it's in the lab. And people say, well, I've been eating it for 20-something years. And see, I'm okay. You see how, and then why people is getting like diabetes or prostate cancer and breast cancer. It just zero in like on certain cancers most citizens is having. And you have to wonder why more men is getting prostate cancer, more women is getting breast cancer. Certain cancers, it's not like you're getting a toe cancer or ear cancer. It seems like the population of citizens men is getting prostate cancer, women is getting breast cancer. Just zero in on that type of cancer. Why? How? What say you? Just find this interesting. So I started looking, and again, I could go in more and more with this, but y'all guys gotta do your own due diligence. And there's certain things I could get even real deeper than what I'm doing now. But when you start talking about, big companies and they doing fugazi stuff, people have a tendency to come out missing. It's like if you talk about pharmaceutical companies and your platform grows and you're getting millions of people listening or hundreds of thousands of people are listening or whatever, and all of a sudden things happen to you, you wonder why. So, not saying I'm like, just fearful like that, but I'm not stupid neither, I just, you got to watch your words. You're not, especially if you're not in a position to say certain things like getting heavy. But this still, you need to know the basics. And there's a lot of companies, even in the US of A, that have these laboratory meats that we find delicious. They got companies that make, I would just say this, fake seafood. It's a company called Blue Nayu. Blue Nayu. Nalu. No, I spell it. Blue, BLUE, NALU. And they in the US of A, their headquarters. And they make these laboratory seafoods that you love. Shrimp and lobster. I don't know how they do the lobster, but just say seafood. That could be fish too, different types of fish. But it just says seafood. I didn't even investigate that deeply, but I'm like, seafood, what constitutes seafood? You figure it out. Your seafood that's out here, laboratory grown. And this company called Every Company, that's the name of it, Every Company. That's THE, the, every, EVERY, Every Company. And the reason why I'm spelling it out, I'm not spelling it out because I think y'all guys are stupid or anything. I'm doing it so sometimes the clarity, maybe you don't understand what I'm saying, and a lot of listeners all over the world can't pick up on what I'm saying. So I'm spelling it out so you can actually write it and Every Company. And they focus on eggs. So, great. And there's another company called Finless Foods, FINLESS Food, and they focus on fish and seafood. Great. Delicious. Another company based in Canada, for all you Canadians that are thinking, oh, that's just the US of A. Appleton Meats. Appleton Meats. Just for you. Go Canada. APPLE, Apple, TON. It's one word, Appleton Meats. Just for your everyday enjoyment. for all of my Canadians out there as well. So I was saying, okay, let me do even more research. And as I was digging in, they found a list of other companies. Some companies that is off the radar, doing some extra stuff. Yeah, they don't want pork. They don't want to make chicken. They don't want to make fish or any other seafoods in the laboratory. They don't want to deal with turkey or lamb. No, 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 no. That's not good enough. So I found a company called Bite Labs. Bite, B-I-T-E, Labs. And you could find them on Facebook. I don't know if it's their real Facebook page, and I allegedly read up on stories is a team of 5 or 6 members, and there's alleged stories that they have their laboratory in the Silicon Valley area, allegedly, somewhere in California. All of this is alleged because it's no particular area. They so-called been established since 2014, allegedly. And I was doing some research. This is going to sound wild to you. Yes, this is going to sound, oh wow, it's crazy. As I was going through, digging in social media and just trying to find this company, Bite Labs, allegedly established in 2014. We don't know if this is a hoax or not, but you could find this in social media. There was the company allegedly is in the process of wanting to produce what they call celebrity meat. Celebrity meat, aka human meat, aka cannibalism. Now, their thinking is taking the DNA from extracting from celebrities and producing meat, human meat from these celebrities. And they mention names of alleged celebrities that they already doing business with, allegedly. Like I said, I don't know. Throughout the media, they say this is a hoax, this is not true, and this is 100% false. So I have to put that disclaimer. But I'm just saying, reading it from social media, this is what social media have said. You can Google this information is out there. So it's for you to decide if this is true or not. But allegedly, it's said that they already dealt with individuals. One is Kanye West, Jennifer Lawrence, Ella DeGeneres, James Franco, just to name a few that was on here, that they already extracted their DNA and already made laboratory meats from their DNA and made it into salami. Yes, salami. And is ready for human consumption. Now, it's alleged that this was already produced and is out here. But then there's also reports that this is fake news, okay? So I always put that disclaimer, fake. But do your research on this so-called laboratory called Bite Labs, B-I-T-E Labs, L-A-B-S. And again, it was allegedly created, and I'm repeating it, they funded by unknown resources, unknown people. And you can go on Facebook and type in Bite Labs, and then you got people that even commenting, like, supporting that. This is cannibalism. And now my question is, here's the thing, or my statement. Now, cannibalism does exist. You have people, this is something that we know as human beings as fact. Even in this day and time, you can go on social media and see that you got real people that love eating human meat. Jeffrey Dahmer, rings a bell. I mean, but we can go on. There's people in this day and time that supports eating human meat. You cannot, you have to admit that is factual. So my question from me to you, what makes this company not far-fetched? That's my question from me to you. Is it out of the ordinary that you have, see, ethically, that you can't have cannibalism outright and just make it nationwide outright. But haven't you heard that secret societies practice this? So is that far-fetched that they have underground labs that practice, that makes this? If you have a scientist or a few scientists that supports, you don't need a truckload of scientists. 4 or 5 scientists in a small room, which a living room size room could be your laboratory. And you can get a company established very easily. You don't need a big warehouse. People might think you might need a big warehouse to start a laboratory. You could form laboratories in your basement with the right chemicals and equipment and some type of means to blow out the chemicals out of the room. So is this far-fetched? So I started digging deeper, and I typed in I found a company, www.carnivoreclub.co. Just type in Carnivore Club. That's CARNIVOR Club, CLUB. Google Carnivore Club. Go and check out the web and find out where you could buy human meat. Do you think it's not far-fetched if you go to find it in the black market? You can't find it? Or the deep dark web? If you want to take a trip online to go to the deep dark web, download a particular software to go investigate companies in the black market that sell human meat. Question: when you find a lot of citizens being abducted and coming out missing, hundreds of thousands of people coming up missing every year throughout the planet Earth, what do you think is happening to their bodies? Is it because, body parts is worth a lot of money? You could get hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars from one body. Did you know that? Body parts is still a big business. People come up missing every week somewhere on the planet Earth. Every day, but I would just say every week, or I'll put it like this: every month, someone somewhere on this planet Earth is coming up missing. But I know people can say every day, somewhere on this planet Earth. So what do you think is going on? And when you have young bodies, they command more money, because why would you want a senior 80 years old? An 80-year-old body is not worth, which is worth more? 80-year-old body or 15-year-old body? Or a 10-year-old body? I know this is gross, just to think about it. Or a 5-year-old? Or a 1-year-old? Which has value? These sick people out here, they look at a baby as just, in these secret societies and so forth, as fresh meat. Like turkey you put in the oven. The sickness is there. But you got people that is cannibals. This is why I talk about breeding genetically. This is the future of foods. Not saying all of this stuff here, and they trying to push your agenda. Fake foods is good, it's healthy, saves the time of slaughtering. And then you have another wave of individuals. They can't really make that popular because ethically, the citizens around the world collectively is not about eating humans. But there's a segment of population that is about eating humans. And they're not that small. They're not as small as you think. So don't think that they're small. There's a large population of people. This is why you have to wonder, are they mixing these foods? Do you really know what you're eating? They call it chicken. Could it be a bird? Some other type of bird? Bird that you see in the city parks. A pigeon. These are the small birds. If you're in the city, you'll know. And you think it's chicken. Or what about the ground beef you think is beef? Could it be horse meat? Whale? Octopus? Whatever. Soy beef. Soy lowers the estrogen. It lowers the testosterone on man because it has a lot of estrogen. Soy. S-O-Y. Soy. This is the future of foods. Foods is mixed every day. You thinking it's just chicken. So this is another reason why it's very important you have to detox yourself. Monthly. You should. Drinking a lot of water. And we know the waters is polluted. This is why you have to mix it up. Put a little peppermint in there. Put a little cucumbers in there. It rejuvenates you. In life, you have to move a certain way so you can survive and know the region where you reside. We know the air we breathe is already messed up, and this toxic air is going to the plant life. So that's another pollution situation. So we have to detox ourselves by taking tonics and supplements. And not every supplement as well. With certain supplements to keep our bodies still running. But you can go on websites, and I'm willing to guarantee you'll find meats, human meat, somewhere out here. Somebody, some company is selling it. And I told you to check out Carnivore Club, and you tell me, what do greatness know? And celebrity meat, is that far-fetched? You tell me, what do greatness know? See, I can go on and on with these topics, but I'm just breaking it down to you, the future of foods. And this is why you have to have supplements and eating certain foods. And you can go to Mr. Evolution of London, our health and wellness channel. I stress that to you because I have certain supplements there, certain things that you should take to keep your body running. Mr. Evolution of London. Go there, subscribe to it. Check out some of those videos. See if that can help you. Because with all of these fake processed foods that they put pretty titles on to make you feel a certain way, like it's so delicious. And they give you commercials where it's cooked so nice and you think it is just a perfect piece of meat. Not everything perfect is good for you. So that's why I gave you names of companies. I told you where you can research it. You go in Google, that's the basic thing. Type in lab-grown meat or cultivated meats or processed meats. And here, even as a footnote, you get, let's say we just deal with regular meat. And these regular meats is going to the slaughterhouses every day. And it is inhumane killings that they slaughtering these cows and pigs and stuff like that. And when you slaughter a cow or animal and they're not fully dead and they still suffering and laying there until you put them through the machine and grind them up, that adrenaline, the cow is in pain and fear. And I know this is deep for you individuals, and you're not even going to understand that because you say, what's that? Just meat, it's meat, it's meat, it tastes good, it's just meat. That fear and that particular adrenaline that cow had to suffer will go right, that energy is transferred into your dish. Yeah, I know that's above your pay rate of understanding because you're going to be looking at me, what do you mean? It tastes good. It's good. I don't feel a thing. Because you're a savage. You're a savage. I'm just joking with you. But that energy is transferred to that particular meat. And when it reaches your plate 2 months later, after it goes through from the slaughterhouse to a warehouse to be stored in a gigantic freezer for a month, and then from that warehouse to the supermarket and their little warehouse, and it's housed there for another 2 weeks to 4 weeks, and they inject it with a little dye to keep it looking like, give it that red look. And then finally, when you get to that meat 2 months later that been in the refrigerator and been transported from the farm, the warehouse, the supermarket warehouse, and then onto the counter the produce section for you to pick up the meat. It's about, what, a month or 2 months old? I say 2 months old. Just because. And then you eating that meat, that particular cow is traumatized. And you wonder why we get so many illnesses. Because the chemicals that be pumped into these meats to make it more fat, more bigger, give it a natural look so we will be willing to buy it, make it look like it's fresh so it will entice us more to purchase it. And you wonder why we have these ailments. And we don't try to do anything to change our ways, to eat better or offset that with other supplements to flush out those toxins. We don't think high. Our pay rate is very low. So, there's a saying, you are what you eat, from the head down to your feet. So I just gave you a listing for you to research, to check out. If I don't make sense, you say Mr. Greatness is crazy. Hey, that's on you. But I just put it out there. I'm not bad-mouthing any companies out here, so I'm not trying to be sued. I'm just giving a perspective, opinion, also do research that I looked at. It brought up red flags for me and made me put things in perspective of what I need to do to protect myself and loved ones. So I don't know what you're going to do, but I know what I'm going to do. And hopefully this information is going to work for you. The future of foods. What say you? Thank you for listening.